This is like a big rounded topic because it's not just particularly this one incident. I think it's the incident as a whole. It's the things as a whole that happened. So, teenage girl who films George Floyd being murdered is to receive a Courage Award. I have nothing against this young girl at all. A lot of people always say what they would do if they were in that situation. I'm going to be that guy today, but before I get there, I guess filming it, I think me and you discussed earlier, filming it's a good thing based on the fact that now we all get to see it and it's real, and America is holding the mirror up to America to a degree to what's been happening out here.
So
yeah, unfortunately for me, I follow too many platforms on social media to where at the time where the George Floyd situation the murder had happened, it was everywhere. So it was like I couldn't shake a stick without hitting a post of, either him laying on the ground with the guy's knee on his neck or, somebody filming it from a different angle or what have you. But in particular, talking about society and how we deal with these things. So for one side, I think filming it was a good thing. Like I said, holding a mirror up to America. But to receive an award for filming it, and the award happened to be called the Courage Award, to me seems a little bit weird. Because in the same token as me saying that it was good that it was shown to the world, the other side of that is, but what did you actually do? And out of probably, let's say a modest 8 people who were probably on the street when this murder was going on, let's say out of the 8, 3 were filming it. I don't understand. Maybe we're making a new definition for the word courage.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought courage was, in some cases, doing something in the face of adversity. And I could be wrong, so again, comment and tell me if I'm wrong, and I'm happy to talk and have conversation. But, and again, I have nothing against this girl. I come from a place where I see things like this on the regular, not necessarily police killing black people, but black people killing black people, and so many different things happening. I've seen dead bodies before in the street. I've seen all this stuff. We didn't have camera phones back then, so or no one really was carrying a camera around. You probably get robbed for having a camera at that time anyway. But I don't understand where times changed, because I can only speak for myself, and I know that if I saw that happening and the things that was going on, I don't even really want to revisit it. But the fact that George Floyd is calling for his mother, he's saying he can't breathe. I've done this before. Not a lot of people have seen me in action. I'm not Superman, but I've done things before where I've saw things happen and I've got involved. I've seen a dude slapping his girlfriend in the middle of the street and I got involved. I've seen a lot of things happening and I've got involved. I don't think I could have, I know I wouldn't have stood idly by and pulled my phone out and filmed what took place with that brother on that day. Mm-hmm. And that would have probably rendered me shot and killed. So I'm not gonna, and people might say, well, you stupid, and I'll be that stupid person. And that's not just because he's black. I think anybody, the guy that I stopped from slapping his girlfriend in the street was actually white, and so was his girlfriend. I don't understand how you're giving an award to somebody who didn't do anything. And if that's the case, then we're giving awards out to people for filming disgusting things happening. So am I going to get an award the next time that something like this happens and I happen to film it? Mm-hmm. I don't get the psyche behind handing out this award to this girl. I mean, obviously, she's probably never seen anything like that before. She's probably never seen a man die before. So I'm sure there's some PTSD that goes with that. I don't know what this award is going to do for that. I don't think it's going to do anything. I don't think it's an award that should be handed out. To me, and again, this is not saying that she should have, or this is, I think somebody getting involved and, getting the cop off of him, and then maybe ended up in handcuffs themselves or being shot, I don't know, would have received a courage award for that. Because that would also probably been on video, and then therefore it would have been like a bigger, I think the story would have been huge. Even, the story's already monumental, but it would have been even crazier, if I can say that, if people would have got involved then at the time and stopped it from happening, period. Because I think it would have been a statement that we're not going to stand idly by and let you kill our people. I'm not saying that this, again, and I keep saying this, but I'm not saying this young woman should have got involved. I'm just saying that to hand out a courage award for filming is preposterous to me. It doesn't make any sense to me.
I want to know what she actually did, in the sense of, okay, she filmed it, but what else did she do?
She posted it. She filmed it and she posted it.
If those are the two things that she did, and she didn't try and get help from like a bouncer, or do you know what I mean, like a bigger dude or something like that. She didn't try to. I'm not saying she should have stepped in and started like punching people up.
Well, I mean, it was 8 minutes and 45 seconds, so I assume that you had enough time to do something.
Yeah, of course. But I'm saying in the sense of, usually, and this is a stereotype, but usually women are much slighter than men, especially the people that were in. We saw how big he was, George Floyd.
In the video, 100%.
So the officers must have been quite big, right? So I don't expect her to sort of go in there and do anything, but she could have like gone up to them and said, "Can you stop that?" I don't know. I haven't watched the whole thing, so I'm never going to watch the whole thing. Unfortunately, I'm just not going to watch someone die like that. So, but my point is, what did she actually do? If she just filmed it and posted it, what's the award? There should be no award.
Yeah.
I kind of have a sort of a bad feeling about this, because at one sense I'm like, I'm glad that she did do it, because now it's led to a lot of discussions that have come too late, but a lot of discussions. And on the other side, I'm like, is your first thought to get out your phone? Because that's my issue with society nowadays. Rather than, I'm not asking for everyone to be Superman, right? But rather than actually calling for help or doing something else, right? You're
helping yourself.
Or even getting yourself out of danger. I'm not saying that you should have just run away, but do you know what I mean? Some stuff could happen there. The first thought is to get out your phone. It's absolutely crazy. It's like the people when there's like a terrorist attack, and their first thought is to get out their phone rather than getting their 2-year-old to safety. Like, think about the priorities. The priorities in get out my phone is like at the bottom. It's really at the bottom.
Yeah.
I think for me, if she was the person that was on the floor and she somehow happened to get out her phone and record it, then she should got a courage award. If she was being detained and she got out
in that situation. Yeah.
But all the other ways, nah, not having it. Like, it's just stupid. It really is.
And the thing is as well, I've seen incidences since, unfortunately, where police have been in police brutality situations where they've had their knees on, dudes' backs and things like that. And you can hear the people saying, okay, get your knee off of him. We're not trying to stop you from arresting him. Just get your knee off of him. And the police have actually taken their knee off of the guy. Now, obviously, it's easy for that to be the case once something like what's happened to George Floyd, unfortunately, has happened. It's easy for police to listen to that now and say, oh, wait, I'm fucking up, right? But the fact that people are speaking and saying that, I'm sure people were saying he's dying, when what was happening to him was happening, I just can never be the guy who stands there and watches these things happen. I might be stupid, and be that as it may, for the most part, I'm not jumping in front of bullets for people. Don't get twisted. I'm not that guy. But something is pinning somebody down and them saying they can't breathe. firstly, I probably would have tried to approach hands up. Listen, you're arresting him, fine, but obviously he's telling you he can't breathe. Just let him go, like get off of him. Like let him breathe. Like stand him up so he can get air. And if that don't work, then I guess I'm a shot dude because I'm attacking. I'm pushing and doing something. And I'm getting done. If they arrest me and I don't get shot or anything, I'm getting done for assaulting an officer or what have you. And I guess I have to plead my case in court, but at least that man lived.
You see, I haven't watched the video, but I'm assuming that you have watched it even in parts, right?
Yeah.
Was anyone throwing anything at them? Or was it like literally just him on the floor? See, that's what I'm saying. That's like, for me, I'm not asking you to physically go in there, right? But you can throw something. You can throw a shoe. I'm not saying a shoe would do anything, right, by the way. But if
I take a Jordan off and throw it in a dude's face, I'm sure he's going to take his knee off of George Floyd's neck and come towards me. Yeah. I'm almost 100% sure that's going to happen.
Well, I'm saying this, right? And most probably we know what the police are like in America, but I don't think that's like, I don't think you get killed for throwing the shoe at someone, but maybe you would actually. But do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm
about to say, I can't be 100% sure.
Yeah,
I cannot be 100% sure.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you haven't done sort of not everything within your power, but if you haven't even tried to do anything, then why are you getting this courage award?
Exactly. It's not. Nothing she did. What she did is admirable. That I'd say that in terms of she's filmed it. She's stood there long enough to film it and post it and make sure that the world see what they've done to this man. But I don't know if courage comes into what she did. And that's again, and I say this again, blurred lines bits meaning we are not knocking this young girl, this young lady. We're not at all. It's a traumatic situation.
I think even if she's a good citizen, I think even she was saying like, I don't deserve to get this award. It's not her fault that she's
I didn't do anything.
That she's that she's being awarded with this. That's not her fault, is it?
No, not at all.
But I'm pretty sure even she would say like,
I think
why am I getting this?
I'm not gonna lie. I think this is also some hoodwink shit. I think this is also some like there's a feel good story out of this, which there are no feel good stories out of this. I think I know you're sitting there thinking, how are you getting ready to spin this? But I think the government and the administration of Minneapolis will probably look at this and say, well, she deserves an award for this.
Wait. Was it them that is giving the award?
Well, it has to come from it would have to come from their governmental situation in Minneapolis. Yeah.
All right.
I don't think that unless she's getting an award from like the the United Negroes Association or something.
Yeah,
I think this is directly coming from the Minneapolis administration. If not, and I'm wrong, then fair enough. And it's,
so then if they're giving that,
black people,
if they're going at that, then why are these people being arrested?
Well, again,
then
but
charged.
See, a lot of the questions we ask, because a lot of these things are backwards, right? A lot of the times they do backward shit, and then the next thing you know, we're like, oh yeah, but why are they not arresting the cops? Or why is I know that at the moment, Derek Chauvin, who is the cop who murdered George Floyd, is I think they threw out third-degree murder. I think he's facing second-degree murder charges now, and manslaughter or something like that. So. It's again, if you're gonna give this girl an award, then obviously he needs to be in prison.
Yeah,
that's just the way that looks. If she had to be courageous to film what was going on, then obviously he's in the wrong. By that same logic, so it's a bit crazy to me. Again, this is something we'll have to wait and see how that develops and where the award is necessarily coming from. From what I read, I don't think it's in the other association, but. The governmental situation in Minneapolis. So I'm wrong. Please correct us in the comments and let us know. And still, I still wouldn't understand the name of the award and why she's getting the Courage Award. But like I said, if it is from the governmental base, I feel like it's some spin. It's some new spin. It's some political standing of, oh look, one of our citizens. Oh yeah, it's terrible. But I don't put it past them. I don't put it past them.
MTV
anything awards. You know what it is? It's anything to come out smelling like roses. Anything to make it look like, oh, but we're doing the right thing.
You know what, mate? No, I thought he was going to start singing Outcast.
And on that note, it's blurred lines, man. The world just keeps getting a little bit scarier day by day. I hope everybody's blessed out there, all our followers and subscribers. And make sure you follow and subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell to get notifications when we post our new content. And yeah, man, like just I think if anything, my message for today would be um, I'm confused by the name of the award, and I'm confused by the action and what we're deeming as courage. But I mean no harm to the young lady at all. And as Raph aptly put, she could probably be a little confused by this whole thing as well. So hopefully whoever's in her support system continues to support her, because I'm sure it wasn't easy to watch and see what happened to George Floyd. And I think the measure for today is to continue to support each other as well. So yeah, man, it's Bird Lines. That's all I have to say about that.